heard of Chat GPT. And maybe you're like, okay, sounds cool and all, but what can it actually do for my business? So that's what we're here to cover today in this video. And I'm only going to give you a very small sampling of what it can cover in your business because it would take us, I don't know, months maybe to cover every single thing it could do in your business. Once you start experimenting with chat in your business, you're going to find more and more ways to use it. And that's where a lot of the fun comes in, is that when you get really comfortable writing prompts and you have your business details nailed down that you can feed it really easily, it makes your whole business life so much easier, and you'll find more and more ways to use it in your everyday business operations. But to get you started and maybe to get you inspired to start using Chat GPT in your business, we're going to go through some of my favorite ways in which you can utilize in your business. The very first one is research. Of course, we all are familiar with Google, but Chat GPT takes this to another level. It will summarize almost any topic for you. It can help you learn something much faster. It can give you feedback. You can say, hey, I wrote this blog post about XYZ topic. Is there anything that I might be missing in this? You can say, I don't really know that much about SEO. Explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old. Or I know this about SEO. What kind of important SEO topics as a small business owner am I missing in my business? Brainstorming. I love this one. I find it so easy to get in a rut with my business, especially if I don't have a weekly mastermind or a business bestie to bounce things off of as a solopreneur. Chat GPT provides an excellent way for me to brainstorm ideas, for me to brainstorm topics. You can ask it, how can I expand on this offer? How can I market without using social media? Really, the world's the limit on what you can ask it to help you brainstorm and help inspire you. I often find that even if I don't use what it gives me, it'll spark some ideas that I didn't even think of. So it's a great way to get out of a creative rut or to help you expand on those good ideas you already have. Another great use of Chat GPT is in planning for your business. So you can ask it to help you set goals, or what would be some goals around X, Y, and Z if I was doing this in my business? Like, what would be some goals if I was starting a YouTube channel? I could ask it that. You can ask it to help you come up with pricing calculations, which I find really interesting. So you can play around with, if I had a maximum capacity of offering X, Y, and Z in my business, how much could I charge if I wanted to make X, Y, and Z, things like that. Again, getting you out of a rut that you might be in when it comes to planning for your business or thinking of new ideas, or just looking at some of the important data in your business that you might find boring. You can plug that into chat and it can help you analyze, what does these views mean, or how can I expand on this channel that's working, things of that nature. It can also help you set goals and metrics that you should be using in your business, particularly for the metrics. I feel like a lot of people really get hung up on, okay, I have this goal, but what should I be tracking to see if I reach the goal? So it can give you a lot of good ideas there. It can also help you plan out timelines for projects. So you can say, I want to launch X, Y, and Z. Give me a rough timeline. Of course, nothing is ever like completely perfect with Chat GPT, but it gives you such a head start in all of these tasks in your business. And of course, writing, basically it can help you write anything in your business. And of course, everybody thinks content. So yes, content. I don't allow it to just write a blog post for me, any core content, but it can outline your blog post for you. It can give you titles. It can help with SEO. God, I love it so much for titles. I hate doing titles or meta descriptions. So that's such a shortcut for me, because I'll sit there and be like, what do I title this thing? And I often need multiple titles for my Pinterest. You can ask it to come up with social media captions. It can give you outlines for your YouTube videos. It can give you outlines for reels. The sky's the limit really when it comes to content, but don't forget email. Email is another real time saver with Chat GPT. You can put in any email you get and ask it to draft a response for you. I would take out if you have any sensitive information, never put any financial information in there, anything like that. Easily cut and paste an email that you might have been avoiding, is that just me, in your inbox, or it might be something that you just don't know how to get started on and responding to, and Chat GPT can really give you that head start. So you can say, I got this email from a customer, they're unhappy, please draft a reply that is empathetic, that includes X, Y, and Z. So if you have something in your contract you want to make sure that chat includes in the response, you can do that. If you have a solution for them, you can put that in there, and then it'll draft the whole email. That's really a great mental energy time saver for me, because sometimes I just get stuck on like, how am I supposed to respond to this. And that gives me my jump start to be able to actually respond and get it off of my to-do list and out of my inbox. It can also help you come up with email template. You can give it, here's my process. Can you outline this process in a template that would be helpful for a future client, or if we're onboarding a client, things like that. You can also have it clarify your email. If you're somebody who gets a little long-winded, I don't know, maybe me? Yeah. It could help cut down on your wordiness in emails. It can also help summarize long emails, or if clients are sending you tasks in emails a lot, which I don't really recommend, but if it happens, you can easily have Chat GPT extract those out, or extract questions out and come up with a list of those questions so you can easily respond to those, or you can put it into your project management tool to deal with later. Chat GPT can also help document your processes or give you step-by-step instructions for things that you do in your business. So you can ask it, how do I add a new appointment to Acuity? And it'll give you step-by-step instructions. Sometimes they're a little vague and it depends on the tool and the way you ask it, but again, it gives you a jump start into being able to do that. My favorite thing about asking it step by step, or helping me document the processes, is it's actually really good. Sometimes not about the technical steps, but about saying, these are the criteria you need. If I ask my assistant I don't have an assistant, but if I were to ask my assistant, hey, make me a new appointment in Acuity, I can ask Chat, what are the things that my assistant needs from me to be able to make an appointment? And it does a pretty good job on that particular prompt. So it can really help you document your processes. If you just give it some basic information, it can put those into tables. It can put it into bulleted steps for you. So it can be a real time saver in getting that documentation in place. It can also help critique your existing documentation and ask if it feels like any critical steps are missing, things like that. So I hope this gives you a little bit of an idea about the possibilities of using ChatGPT in your business to really save time and to save a lot of effort and mental energy that you may be expending on areas that aren't core to your business operations. If you're interested in learning more, there's more resources below. You can subscribe, and I will be giving out more tips and tricks on ChatGPT here at this channel, as well as other business operations resources. If you're ready to start applying ChatGPT to your business operations, I encourage you to join me for Unlock the Magic of ChatGPT, where I share with you how to get started with ChatGPT, how to collect your unique business ingredients to make the most of your prompts to get the most effective outputs, as well as the art of prompt writing, so you understand just how to write an effective prompt, as well as, of course, pre-made prompts that I've used in my business. It's a great jumpstart for you to start with ChatGPT that can jumpstart all kinds of business operations for you every day in your business. Even if you don't join me for the course, I really encourage you to play around with ChatGPT and see what it can do for your business.